We have seen record voter turnout across the country as more options to cast a ballot and concerns over its accuracy have come to the forefront of this election. It was the first time Missourians were able to vote by mail without an excuse. Color 10's Bailey Stroll is here tonight to discuss whether those options will remain after the pandemic has passed. Bailey?
Thanks, Heather. This election was historic in many ways, one of them being the option to vote by mail in every state this year. And we had 69% voter turnout in Greene County back in 2016. And in 2020, that number jumped to 83%. Andrew Crocker says at least some of that can be attributed to mail-in voting.
We have local elections where we rarely get to 20% turnout. Your usual local election here in Greene County is going to get, maybe sometimes single-digit turnout. I'm telling you, if you open up the window and make it easier, we're going to get a better sample size of what our citizens truly want.
But in the end, Crocker says this is a political issue, and if Missouri supported early voting in future elections, it would be up to elected officials, the General Assembly to file legislation, and the governor to pass it. The pros of early voting are easy and makes it possible for more people to vote and, like Crocker said, get a better picture of what the public wants. But the cons, like concerns over voter fraud and ballots being thrown out due to clerical errors, is something that the state would have to discuss. That's what Governor PARSON hinted at when asked the question of continuing early voting today.
I don't know what that would be. I don't know what that would look like. All I know is it went very smoothly. That's the Secretary of State would be the guy that I'd sure want to sit down and have a conversation with to see where we go. But I think, if things go well, I'm always the guy that's put it on the table and let's see what is the best way to go for the people of Missouri.
For the record, the governor won and Republicans retained a super majority in the General Assembly, and Republicans were successful in passing Amendment 3. So all of these three things happened in part due to mail-in voting. So it's not unthinkable. It is obviously not detrimental to their political hopes.
And Crocker says there is not a lot of evidence to show that mail-in voting favors one party or another. And he says that's a question that we will not be able to answer from this election, since one of the presidential candidates openly criticized mail-in voting.